Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Southern Fried Paranormal with Len Dorman featuring Bones. Catch us on Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, Spreaker, Facebook, Stream, and everywhere else you catch your podcasts. And of course, WLFE-DB.com. Now, from the backwoods of southeast Arkansas, right beside the Bayou Bartholomew, the longest bayou on the planet, broadcasting from downtown metropolitan Cane Creek Township, here is your host, Len Dorman.
All right, everyone, we've got a special recorded 4th of July show, and we're going to bring our guest out right now. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, Leitreanna Brown. I believe we're correct, isn't it?
Just call me Lee.
Just call you Leitreanna.
Yeah. Well,
All
thank
right.
you for having me again. I appreciate the invite. It's great to talk to you again.
Yeah, it's always great talking to you. You are a very busy person, going to places I wish I could go. Travel is since my wife is not really into the paranormal. It's not like I can just take off all the time and leave her.
Right.
But we're going to a one-day investigation down in Louisiana in September.
Oh, that sounds great.
And we've got a one-day Paracon we're hitting also down in Louisiana.
Nothing wrong with a one-day Paracon. Ghost hunts either. Sometimes the little get-togethers can be so meaningful because you get close with the people that are there. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, meeting with quite a few people that I've talked to. Several guests on the show in the past are going to be there. And it's a combo Paracon and Ghost Hunt. Because
now that's fun.
Yeah, we have Paracon during the day, then we tear down, go grab something to eat, and then we got a Ghost Hunt that
So
night.
what do you like to eat when you're in Louisiana area?
Love the gumbo.
I do too.
Seafood gumbo.
Seafood gumbo. And I love the smash burgers in your area, the woods. Man, those people that haven't tried a smash burger from Arkansas is missing something.
Mm-hmm. And of course, I'm also good at barbecuing, and some of the people around here are too.
Oh wow, yeah. I like the barbecue in Arkansas. It's one of my favorite states. It's a beautiful area. People are really nice. So yeah, I'm happy to talk to you and be part of the show again.
All right, let's talk about what you're going to be doing. For the next few things you're going to do.
I got a couple of things going on. The first thing I'm doing is next weekend. That's the historic Fitzpatrick Hotel. This ghost hunt in Small Paracon is put together by Patrick Welsh, who is the founder of the Savannah Supernatural Group, as well as Marjorie Linnell, who is the CEO, founder of Hourglass Tours. And she does ghost tours, historic tours, lots of fun things. So between the two of them, they are actually doing five different trails of the paranormal throughout the Southeast. They've already had, I believe, 2. This is number 3. So people that are interested, you can get tickets for $27.99, and you'll have access to the vendors and hear all the speakers. And then if you want to investigate the Fitzpatrick, it's instead of that price, you would pay the VIP. I believe it's around $50 for that.
I think in the small print it's $59.95.
$59.95. I knew that there was a change in price, and I remember the 50 part. But you will get access to. There'll be a meet and greet. You'll get a T-shirt for the event, and do the vendors and speakers, and then you'll have full access to the Fitzpatrick Hotel. He does that in a way. It's kind of interesting. It keeps down having so many people where people are stepping over each other or contaminating each other's evidence. So this way he can, put the event together and break the prices up among the, not just the attendees, but the VIP. And I think it's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool restaurants in the area in Washington, Georgia, that's not far from the Fitzpatrick Hotel. There is a really nice restaurant in the hotel. And he said there's some really great things. He had some sort of, I think he said pickled fried okra or something like that. It was crazy sounding. And I was like, oh, I want to try that when I get there. So there's a lot of history about the Fitzpatrick Hotel. I'll be learning about a lot of that when I get there. And Marjorie Linnell is an author. She's written several books about ghost legends of Greenwood and Abbeville. And she's releasing a new one soon, so she'll be making that announcement at the event. Rex Nielsen is an automatic artist. And what that means is, he could be drawing about just in an image that he sees in his head. And then as he meets people throughout his life, he may not even know who they are. But when he sees
Oh
them,
wow.
that drawing that he drew is for that person. So I was actually with him when he brought some drawings to an event that we did. And he said, hold up, ma'am, I know you don't know me. I don't know you, but I completed a drawing that was meant for you. And she was like, what are you talking about? He said, no, I'm absolutely positive that this drawing was for you. And there were a lot of tears shed and a lot of, how did you know? That type of thing. And it's his way of helping people get an image, a visual image of what he sees. And they're generally messages of love and hello and I'm doing fine type thing from people's deceased family members or people from their past. And it's just pretty amazing. His ability is very unique. And then there's Flip Serrels that will be speaking, and Kyle Cobb, and then I will be speaking also. And I'm talking about the history of the paranormal. And there's a possibility I might speak of two things. I've got to get with Patrick about it to see what people are interested in when I get there. The other being vintage ghost hunting techniques.
Cool.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I know that Patrick will be speaking. The vendors, I'll have a table. I know Rex will be bringing his art and his books that he's drawn are like coffee table books. They're beautiful. He's done lots of tattoos for people. So
Okay.
there's going to be a lot of speaking, vendors, eating, and then investigating. If you would like to get a hotel room, you'll need to contact the Fitzpatrick Hotel. It's 912-429-3059. And if you need to speak with someone about tickets to this event, it's psofsov@yahoo.com.
Okay, that's running at the bottom of the screen right now. One question I do have is where exactly is Washington, Georgia?
It's if you look at Greenwood, South Carolina,
Okay.
drop down a little bit and you'll see Abbeville, South Carolina. It's right on the border between, uh, it's not far from the border of South Carolina and Georgia. So from Abbeville to Washington, Georgia, it's about a 45-minute ride.
Okay. So
So it's just across the border there. Yeah.
it's kind of close to Savannah too, isn't it?
It's in between, I think. Here, I'll do some reconnaissance on that while we're talking.
Okay. Because I've never been to that part, and I've been to Savannah several times.
Oh yeah, everybody loves Savannah, but he talks a good bit about it being commercialized, very commercialized, and he likes going to these smaller towns with history with his team and helping people discover the supernatural. He does have little beginners type ghost hunting kits, and he does teach classes on ghost hunting. So I do that as well. But that's something that he and I have in common. It's a lot of fun working with someone that has similar interests, you know. So from Greenwood, South Carolina to Washington, Georgia, and Greenwood is in the center of the state, kind of to the east of the center of South Carolina, the state of South Carolina. It's 56 miles.
About an hour
Okay.
drive.
Yeah, it's about an hour drive. And then from Savannah, Georgia, we'll find out right now, to Washington, Georgia, it's 3 hours and 6 minutes.
Okay.
But it's towards um it's up. You would have to go to Augusta, Georgia and then continue. So
Right.
it's not bad for anybody, but we should pull people from Columbia, from Augusta. There's in both of those cities have several ghost walks in those cities. So I think that we'll be pulling from those areas. I know that Abbeville is a very historic area. There's been lots of paranormal conferences there. The city's very open to that. It's actually the city where the Civil War started, where the paperwork was drawn up and signed at the at a mansion there. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It slipped my mind. But where the South succeeded from the Union and also where we surrendered.
Ah.
So it's the birthplace and the deathbed of the Confederacy.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Which other event did you want to talk about next?
Let's talk about
This
this one. That's great. So
okay.
this one will be starting in August, August the 7th. Excuse me, August the. Uh-oh, I can't see it.
Uh-oh.
Um, I'm sorry. I'll get it. Hold on. So it is August the 16th. There we go. Now I can see it. This is called Friday Fright Night, and I am going to teach these little meetups for Piedmont Technical College in Greenwood, my home city, Greenwood, South Carolina. So this is welcome to Friday Fright Night, where we're going to delve into the chilling tales of serial killers, cults, and infamous figures that left their mark on history. So in each episode, we'll explore the mind of a serial killer or a cult or infamous, someone that is remaining in infamy. And we'll just unpack it and figure out what makes them tick and why, what drives them to commit such heinous acts. I will have profiler Thomas Gormley on the show with me. And you can get live tickets to this. It's only $10. I know it's not on the poster because Piedmont Tech is going to release that information. And I'll also have a psychiatrist or psychologist with us talking about these types of things. It's going to
Okay,
be
exactly where is this going to be held?
It will be online as well as at the college, Piedmont Technical College. Tickets will go on sale very soon through Piedmont Technical College, which is ptc.edu.
All right. That sounds like a very interesting spot.
It will be. So these are the classes that my husband and I teach at Piedmont Technical College. We're starting September the 17th. And these classes are now online and in person. This means that we will, if you can't make it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're going to post the Tuesday night lesson and Thursday night lesson so that you can play on demand. This is basically it's parapsychology. Tuesdays and Thursdays for 6 weeks, starting September 17. Classes go from 6:30 to 8:30, but like I said, it's online and in person. If you miss it, you can still watch the class. And so we'll be having a psychic workshop. We're calling it a metaphysical fair. And then we'll have a ghost hunt, which will be featured in Edgefield, South Carolina. There was a serial killer there during the Victorian era. Her name is Becca or Rebecca Cotton. And so we're going to combine our Friday Fright Night with a ghost hunt. And we're going to talk about what made her the serial killer she was, how she was murdered by her brother, because she was a Black Widow. And
Wow.
also see if I can maybe get some words from her. The last time I investigated her on the courthouse steps for a news TV station, one of my investigators was with me and she said, I have a headache. And on my SLS camera, you could see a ghost banging, like that. Let's see, like this, boom, 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 on her head. Let's see if I do it this way. Can
Wow.
you see it? And as soon as I told it to stop, her headache eased off. Very
Really?
interesting stuff. And Becca Cotton was actually bludgeoned to death by her brother. That he picked up a rock because once again she was found innocent and released. And he knew she had actually killed the person because he helped hide the body. So he just could not stop her. And so he picked up a rock and murdered her. And instead of him being tried for murder, he explained what happened. And they found him not guilty. And he was able to take her children and all the money she got for being the Black Widow she was. And he moved out west.
Wow.
So he did what he had to do, I believe. One of the brothers was a bit slow. One of her brothers was just a little bit easily taken advantage of. Let's say it that way. And he was the one that was being really tortured by her. She would call him, and there'll be more to talk about with her. There's a lot to unpack with her. So we'll go live at the ghost hunt, and we're going to start doing the Friday Fright Night type thing, but it'll be on a Saturday. So maybe we'll call it Saturday Serial. We'll see. And do the Rebecca Cotton story. And then we're going to go to 5 different locations within Edgefield, ending it with a mixer at the end.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to be raising money for a family. A young lady, a friend of mine, has cancer, and we'll be doing a fundraiser for her. So it's good for good cause.
That is really, really cool.
Thank you. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, the last banner we have.
This is a big event. This is I can't remember if it's the 3rd or 4th annual Deep South Para Comic Con. Now, a Para Comic Con is a paranormal conference, a comic book conference, and now they've added horror to it. And so there'll be body doubles for Jason Voorhees and for Freddy Krueger. There's artists from comic books, collectibles, lots and lots of different types of comic books, whether it's the artist themselves that has, written it and authored it, and now they're representing it, or there'll be people from Disney, artists and things like that. They've got a lot of things planned. There's a lot of paranormal celebrities that will be there. I know that Jeremy Leonard from 28 Days Haunted and the Ghosts of Shepherdstown will be there. The Fox family, Destiny and Michael Fox and his team will be there. I'm not sure how many more people, but I know there'll be Walking Dead zombies and more. So there's a lot to see there, lots of vendors, lots of fun things to do. They actually have a haunted house set up there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. They call it a horror house, so it's going to be pretty much a gauntlet going through it. There's also a VIP tickets that they're selling. They've got the ability, they've rented out this whole building not far from the Civic Center, and you can go in there, and it's legend to, the legend is that it's completely haunted, and so you have full access to it. There'll be people selling paranormal equipment. There's vendor spots left. Deep South Paracomiccon.com. This is in Ozark, Alabama at the Civic Center. And Stan and
Where is Ozark? What's it
Ozark
close
is
to?
about 45 minutes from Panama City, Florida. It's a really neat spot.
So it's in southeast Alabama then.
It is. It's near the Panhandle there, and it's a great place. I find the prices there much cheaper than most of the places that I go to do paranormal conferences. So I enjoy going there because I know that people are paying a reasonable price for the hotel, and we're all staying in the hotels together. So it'll be all ghosties and comic book people, and horror people in the hotels. So we'll be able to hang together. So there's games, guests, and much more. They actually have their own coffee. The Ozark, the Web Paranormal, they have their own coffee. They'll be giving away some of that, and it will be for sale. There's a lot of things. There'll be holistic vendors, goat's milk soap, crystals, readings, whether it be tarot cards. I do palm readings, and I'll be teaching workshops there. We'll be doing one on psychic children, vintage ghost hunting techniques, parapsychology 101. I think they're going to do 4, but I don't know the topic of the 4th one. So we're going to be very busy. And last year, we had so many people take the workshops that we had to teach them 3 times each. So it got really interesting. And the workshops are only $15. So it's not like it's going to break the bank. It's just a way for me to pay for the printed materials. And I do have books that I've written about the topics. So if you're interested, you can always get one of the books there and get some more information.
All right. That is in the neck of the woods I used to hang around. In fact, you've heard, of course, Dothan, Alabama.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
I used to work in Dothan, Alabama.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You,
that's a neat area.
did you ever see the big nightclub, Cowboys?
Yes.
I worked there.
You worked there.
I was a roadie for a rock and roll band that appeared there.
No way. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Back in the
wow.
early '90s.
Oh, heck yeah. Good for you, man.
It was good sometimes. Yeah, sometimes they had barbecue chicken like on Sunday night, so food. Several bars in that big building.
Oh, yeah.
Got an interesting fight in there.
Oh, no. That's not good.
Well, I was rooting
Well,
for the band, and when they were playing, I was security for the lighting stuff. I stayed out of stuff until a fight got involved in with the lights, and then I had to take over and break up the fight. The bouncers were overmatched,
yeah. Well,
so I went in and ended it.
well, I said it's not good, but it was good for the one that won, wasn't it?
It was good for me because I ended the fight and I didn't get hurt.
There you go. Now that's good.
Not even getting punched. That's a good way to be in a fight.
That's right.
All right. You have put out some great information about what you've been doing. You are one of the busier persons.
Thank you.
I appreciate you taking your time to appear. Is there any other event you want to talk about?
I can't think of any more right now. I do have some events coming up with my class that starts in September, but I will get back with you and make sure that you have the posters for it. If I could ask you to pencil me in again, I'd love to come back and tell you more about it.
All right, we'll figure something out. And if you want any of these events, we don't have enough time between this one and the very next event, which is running below the Fitzpatrick. That's happening too quick.
It is.
But if you ever wanted to get a 30, 40-second video.
Oh, yeah, I've got that. I'll send it right over.
on events, I'd be glad to play it.
You got it.
Because, like I said, that's kind of my thing. I like talking to people that do stuff. It's interesting to me. It's educational for me.
Yeah.
And we're putting out information that people need to know. They need to know, where can I get a reservation? Who do I need to talk to for this event?
Yeah. Well,
this sounds cool.
We try our best. The events that I participate in, we try our best to make sure that the prices are very reasonable and you're getting your bang for the buck, and it's fun, engaging, and educational. And I really like the Deep South Paracomicon's idea of allowing me, because I have a book called So You Think Your Kid's Psychic, and I like to try to help parents and children deal with, the fact that there's some psychic ability running through the family, and the stigmas that go with that, as well as the gifts. So and they're allowing me to have that for them, and I really appreciate that. It's not just doing readings and working with haunted objects and things like that. They're allowing me to educate parapsychology, the history of the paranormal, some of the most ancient documented cases of ghost hunting that I can find. I'm actually covering some of those cases.
Wow.
So, yep, they're a lot of fun.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you go into the dowsing rods and...
Yes, I do. talk about dowsing rods and pendulums and compasses and candles and different. Oh, don't forget the bells, jingle bells and things like that. And what kind of crystals they used and the questions that were asked. Because during that time, it was more about the personal experience. They weren't trying to capture evidence because, for the most part, they couldn't. They were there because they had a client that had a situation and they were trying to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, you forget how much they did stuff like that. And wasn't a whole lot of people in the paranormal
No,
until probably after Ghostbusters.
I got to show you this. See my shirt?
Nerd.
That's so me. I thought you'd
Nothing,
like that.
nothing wrong with a nerd.
Yeah, I just own it. I'm a glorious nerd.
You gotta wear it, and
Gotta wear it.
you're literally wearing it right there.
Wearing it right here, right now. Boom. Wait a minute. Where did I go? Boom. There it is. Boop. So, I've got some cases that go back to ancient Egypt, a couple of cases that go back to Rome,
Wow,
and how some of the Roman police actually worked with psychic mediums to solve murder cases.
wow.
So, yeah. And then we talk a lot about the Victorian era and old Harry Houdini and his contributions, which people don't realize because they think, oh, he was just a magician. No, he was also a supernatural guy. And he was also one to be able to look at somebody, that says they have some supernatural ability and say, wait a minute, I'm a magician. You're using mirrors, or you're doing a sleight of hand. You don't fool me. And there was a lot of things going on during that time. So these are kind of things maybe when you have me back, Lynn, we can talk a little bit about this. I can show you some of the, I could do a mini workshop for you if you're interested on one of these topics and send you some pictures and we can talk.
Sure thing. Love to do it.
One thing I would love to talk about, I did a book during COVID, and it's called Family Spirit, The Origins of 5 Generations of the Supernatural. And I know that's quite a long title, but I couldn't get it any smaller. I can now, but at the time I couldn't. And, when you couldn't go to work and you're stuck at home and, we were all together and, playing board games and cooking. I mean, we actually had Christmas dinner one time. We were so bored at home, getting
Wow.
the stuff out of the freezer, because you had only a certain amount of people you could be around. I started typing some of the cases that my great-grandmother and grandmother had. And Mama Jenny, I recorded her going through what she remembered and what her her mother remembered. And then when she took my mom, when she was younger, and what they discovered. And so I kind of combined that all together. And then when my husband and I went back, when we first organized doing paranormal investigation, we went back to the same locations with equipment, modern equipment. And I explained what we got and we compared the difference, how the haunting had changed over time and how we were able to discover what was there in different ways, but sometimes and most of the time getting to the same results. It's a pretty interesting book, and it's definitely the stories of my family. There's some of my favorites. I've got another book coming out eventually. I've been working on it a little bit at a time. It's going to be called Crypts and Cryptids, A Journey with Crypts and Cryptids, and it's more about my family and our cases and things that we've run into. So it's pretty cool. The second one's about cryptids that we've dealt with as well.
All right. Well, we hit the 30-minute mark,
Okay.
and that's about what I wanted to do. Like I said, this is a recorded show, and I'll tell everybody this was recorded July 3rd, very late in the night, with on my birthday, making me work.
Happy birthday to you.
Thanks a lot for 30 more minutes anyway.
Yeah.
I will give the time. It is 11:30 Central Time at the time we're recording this. So hello, people in the future who are watching this on Spotify. in the way future, or Facebook tomorrow night. In about 23 hours, I'll be watching this.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and end it. Let me go ahead and post it because it's got to be posted by midnight my time, or I can't show it tomorrow.
Well, you go ahead and go.
So let me go ahead and do that, and we'll be back. You can powder your nose, and we can be back and talk about some more stuff, so I can air it on Friday night.
Okay.
And then air this show again on Saturday night on the 6th.
Saturday the 6th. All right. That'll be my birthday.
Look, and give you a happy birthday present by airing the show again.
We're going to party all the way through it. Your birthday all the way to mine.
That's it. Tell people what's going on.
That's it.
All right. So let me get on out of here. Appreciate you being there. Let me throw a couple advertising things up, and then I can post this. So, if you got something you need to do for the next 10, 12 minutes.
All righty. I'll be right here.
Clean your glasses or whatever.
Yeah. Clearly something's not right here. It's been a hot day. I will.
we hit 100 degrees today at 5 o'clock. And it was raining. So we had 100% humidity.
Oh my gosh. It's like walking into a furnace when you walk out the door. And nobody's air conditioning can keep up with that. Nobody.
No, well, we had the power even flash. The local power company could barely keep up.
I had to take my phone out of the. I have a mount on my windshield. I had to take my phone down. It overheated, and I couldn't use my GPS or make phone calls until I held it up in the air conditioner. All
right. Well, let me get on out of here, and we'll see you again. In a few minutes, our time, and tomorrow night.
All right.
When we come back with the other show.
All righty.
So, good night, and we'll talk to you a little bit later. Let me go ahead and sign out. Okay, here we go. All right, let's go ahead and do some advertising.
Broadhead Manor welcomes Sam Beltrusis to the Moonbow Metaphysical Summer Expo and After Hours Investigation only at Broadhead Manor in Broadhead, Wisconsin. Saturday, July 20th from 10 a.m. to midnight. Author and clairvoyant Sam Beltrusis has been seen on The Curse of Lizzie Borden, Fright Club, House in Between Two, and Paranormal Night Shift, and many more. He's the author of Fueled by Fear, Related to Evil, and many more great books. Investigation tickets are $60 per person. Email jdkeller26@hotmail.com to get yours today.
Hey, I'm Mike, and death sucks. I've had a couple of deaths in my family recently, and I want to know, what comes after this? Is there life after death? So I'm teaming up with Marilyn, a psychic/paranormal investigator. And together, we're going to check out some really awesome haunted locations. And maybe, just maybe, I'll find some of the answers that I'm looking for.
I noticed that Mike has a little bit of a hard time paying attention.
Hey, what are you doing?
Is he seriously eating right now? Watch your steps. Mike, you need to be careful. You need to know what's going on around you because you're going to hurt yourself.
I'm going to have my hands full. He can't even walk without assistance.
I'm good. Every year, paranormal investigators go hungry. 1 out of every 1,000 paranormal investigators you know will die from malnutrition without your help. So please, donate today. Call the number listed below. Every penny matters. Every dime could save a life. More specifically, mine. So thank you from the bottom of my stomach.
Paranormal Rockdown, August 8th and 9th. Be there.
So, Paranormal Rockdown, August 9th, Edinburgh Manor, with We Are Paranormal and this guy.
Aaron G. Thompson, with Nick Sims at 28 Days Haunted. True. Not false.
Make sure you get your tickets. They're not going to last. Edinburgh Manor.
They already gone.
Aaron G.
It's
Thompson.
insane.
Nick Simons. 28 Days Haunted.
Yeah, scary stuff.
We Are Paranormal. Sierra. The lovely Sierra.
I'll be there.
And together, we are all paranormal, actually.
Combined, we are paranormal.
Get your tickets before they sell out.
I can be your hero,
God
baby.
damn it, Mike.
Hey, I'm Mike, and death sucks. I've had a couple of deaths in my family recently, and I want to know, what comes after this? Is there life after death? So I'm teaming up with Marilyn, a psychic / paranormal investigator. And together, we're going to check out some really awesome haunted locations. And maybe, just maybe, I'll find some of the answers that I'm looking for.
Mike really has a hard time paying attention. His mind is all over the place. Watch your step. Mike, you need to be careful. You need to know what's going on around you because you're going to hurt yourself.
What happened?
You just fell.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to have my hands full. Hey, what are you doing?
What?
Didn't we talk about that last night?
Yeah, I'm not as big on friends as you are. I told you I'm more of an office guy.
You're not supposed to be eating on investigations. Do that either before we come
Okay,
in.
well, hold on now. That was really more of a nibble.
Is he seriously eating right now?
How did you expect me not to eat? You know how hungry you get doing these investigations? Sometimes you just gotta snack. A man has to snack.
Mike.
Hmm.
Could you not eat during the interview?